Hi, welcome to day 25. Ready for the coolest slide transition yet? Here we go. Whoa. I think that's cool. Okay, here we go. Here's a quote, famous quote. If I had 4 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 2 hours sharpening the axe. I like that quote. It's a famous quotation supposedly by Abraham Lincoln, although he probably never actually said it, but it's still a very wise and true thing. It means that it's important to prepare. But what do most people do when they start something new? They don't prepare. They rush in and begin right away with zero preparation. They immediately want to start chopping down the tree and spend not 2 hours, not 1 hour, not 1 second sharpening the axe. And for English, one of the biggest challenges my students face is time. When they were younger, it was different, but now they have careers and families, and finding the time for English is a challenge. So that's where preparation can be so helpful. Of course, you can't add more hours to your day. That's impossible. But you can create more time. We already talked about the importance of creating time for yourself in the morning and how to do that. We also talked about the importance of using dead time. It's kind of like discovering time. And now we're going to do something different, an exercise called clearing your desk. So imagine your desk at work. Imagine it has lots of papers and folders on it, and each of these papers and folders is a task you have to finish. And now your boss walks in and gives you a new folder full of papers. It's yet another project that you have to do. How do you feel about that? Now, imagine you're working at your desk and you finish a project. You put the paper in a folder, maybe you file the paper or give it to a colleague, and there are no more papers or files on your desk. The desk is clear. And now your boss walks in and hands you a new folder and a new task. How do you feel now? Did you feel better about the new task with a messy desk or with an empty desk? Well, if you're like my students and like me, you feel better about the new project after you've finished the old. That's the idea behind clearing your desk. Whenever you want to start a new project, it's always a good idea to spend a little time finishing current tasks. You know that the more time you spend doing your SDIs, the faster your English will improve. Before I increase the time my students spend with their English, we talk about how they can clear their desks before. Here's one idea. Outsourcing. Hire someone to do your low value per hour tasks, such as cleaning or shopping or doing taxes. And they do that while you do your high value per hour tasks, like English. So me, I use the website upwork.com to find people. They're called virtual assistants, to help me with things like when I have an IT problem, something doesn't work with my computer, when I need something designed, when I need some research done, and even making these slides. I typed them, but I saved maybe a few hours by not making them. I outsourced them to some nice young lady who lives in the Philippines, whom I've never met. But she saves me a lot of time. Okay, something to think about. What are some projects at home or at work that are really not necessary and that you can simply stop? You don't need to do them at all. 2, what are some projects that you can quickly finish in the next week? Wrap them up, as we say. And 3, what are some projects that you can delegate to a colleague or a kind husband or wife who wants to see your English improve? All right, think about those things. Think about how you can clear your desk. I'm sure you will think of some solutions, some ideas, and I will talk to you tomorrow.